Hi, welcome to the Drone Technology Training Series right here at MX Drone University. Okay, so today we are going to be learning about what a drone is, how drone operates, the different types of drone. So basically at the end of this class, you are going to know about what a drone is, how it functions, the different types of drone, and just basically you get to know about the basics. Okay, I'm Philemon Otoya and I'll be your pilot in this journey. Okay, so let's get started. What is a drone? A drone, also known as unmanned aerial vehicle or remotely piloted aircraft, it's any aircraft that does not require the pilot or the crew to be physically present inside the aircraft. Now, drones are capable of sustained flight level, and also drones can operate remotely or autonomously. So now, what does it mean to say that a drone can operate remotely or autonomously? So there are different types of drone. Okay, so some of the drones are remotely piloted while some can operate autonomously. So the difference between these two terminologies, so let me just explain it. So this is a remote control. Okay, so this one right here too is a remote control. So now when you're controlling the drone with this remote controller, then what it means is that the drone is being operated remotely. Okay, then when we talk of flying a drone autonomously, what it means is that you set the drone, so you set it off to take off, fly around and return back by itself without you controlling it with the remote controller. So to do that, you will need what is called a ground control station or even a remote controller. So with the remote controller or the ground control station, you set the flight paths, you set the altitude, the flight speed or the cruise speed, and then the takeoff point and the landing point. So when you are done with that and you set it, and then the drone starts flying, you don't need to do any other thing with your remote controller. So you can keep your controller, the drone can fly, go to wherever you want, you've set it to go, and then come back and land safely. So when a drone does that, what it means is that the drone is flying autonomously. So these are different capabilities that drone have. So now, in continuation of our course, so we're talking about what a drone is. Okay, so I just a quick recap. So a drone is basically any aircraft that does not require the flight crew, which includes the pilot and other persons, to be physically present inside the aircraft. Okay, and then a drone can fly either remotely or autonomously. So now let's look at the different types of drone. Okay, so what are the types of drone? Now, drone can be grouped into different types according to one, the wing type, or according to the use. So now let's look at the classification of drone according to the wing type. So you have single rotor drone, multi-rotor drone, also known as multi-copter drone, fixed wing drone, and fixed wing hybrid VTOL. Okay, now let me explain. So starting from single rotor drone. A single rotor drone is any drone that has just primarily one propeller. Okay, an example is the helicopter drone. So single rotor drones, also known as helicopter drones, features a single large rotor similar to a helicopter for lift and propulsion. So sometimes they have a tail rotor for stability and control. Single rotor drones can hover in place, meaning that it can actually stay in one position on air. Single rotor drones have only one propeller, so as a result of that, it can stay on the air for longer because it's more power efficient, meaning that it doesn't consume as much power as multi-rotor drone. Because imagine when you have this one that has 4 propellers, all of these propellers being powered by motors are all consuming power from the battery. Then when you have a single rotor that doesn't have so many propellers and motors like this, so what it means is that the single rotor will consume less power, and that means that the single rotor will actually fly for a longer time than the multi-rotor. Okay, so now let's go to multi-rotor drone, or also known as multi-copter drone. Now, multi-rotor drones are the most popular drones in the market. So this is an example of a multi-rotor drone. Okay, so this is a multi-rotor. This one right here is a multi-rotor. This is also a multi-rotor. There is the one that has 8 propellers, is also a multi-rotor. So the one that has 4 propellers is known as quadcopter. The one that has 6 propellers is known as a hexacopter, just like this one right here. So this one has 6 propellers, so this is known as a hexacopter. The one that has 8 propellers is known as octocopter. So all these things I'm listing, the quadcopter, hexacopter, octocopter, are all examples of multi-rotor drones. Okay. Multi-rotor drones are known for their agility, stability, and ease of control, which makes them more popular. So multi-rotor drones are very versatile, so they can easily take off and land in one spot. So, and it can fly in a confined space. So now let's look at fixed wing drone. So this is an example of a fixed wing drone right here. So this is a fixed wing drone. As you can see, this drone looks like a traditional aeroplane. So what it means is that it also behaves like a traditional aeroplane. For it to take off, it needs to taxi, it needs to run on a runway, or it needs to run on a smooth surface. So to operate this type of drone, you will need to have something like a runway for takeoff and landing, unlike multi-rotor drone that can take off and land anywhere. Okay, this one needs more space for flight. Also, there are different ways of launching a fixed wing drone. It can also be launched by throwing. Okay, it can be thrown this way, but then this is much more technical. Okay, then there is also the catapult system, or the launching system, that throws it up instantly. Fixed wing drones are designed more like traditional airplanes with wings that generate lift as they move through the air. So unlike multi-rotor drones, fixed wing drones cannot hover in place, meaning that it cannot stay in one position in the air. So unlike multi-rotor drone, a multi-rotor drone can stay in one position in the air, as you can see right now on this video. Fixed wing drones typically have longer flight times and higher speeds compared to multi-rotor drone. So, and this is due to the design. So fixed wing drones are more aerodynamically designed. So as a result of that, it can fly faster. The next one is fixed wing hybrid VTOL. Now, VTOL stands for vertical takeoff and landing. So a fixed wing hybrid VTOL is a drone that is actually designed to look like a fixed wing, but then it has multi-rotor. So what it means is that it has the capabilities of a fixed wing drone and a multi-rotor drone, meaning that it can actually take off and land in one place, and also it can stay in one position in the air. Okay, so what you're seeing on the screen right now is a fixed wing drone. As you can see, it has 4 propellers in the form of a multi-copter drone. So that's what enables it to take off and land in one spot. So now I've just finished explaining the types of drone according to the wing type. Okay, so now let's look at the type of drone according to the intended usage. Okay, so that is it today at MX Drone University. So if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Also, if you have any questions or video requests, feel free to comment in the comment section. So if there's any question at all, if there's anything any specific information that you need about drones, feel free to say it right there on the comment section. We'll go through it and respond appropriately. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to MX Drone University on all major social media platforms. So I'll be with you next time. I remain Philemon Otuya. See you next time.